Hello students of class 6. Welcome to the online tutorial classes for Vidya Bhavan High Secondary School. This video is for class 6 life science and the chapter is the digestive system in humans. This video is part 7 from this chapter. In this video, I will start the digestive procedure or the digestion procedure. Okay. Digestion system or pathway you can say. So, starting from the mouth, when we consume the food in our mouth, after that, the teeth and parts, the tongue are helped in masticating, the salivations happens, and after that, the formation of the bolus. So, we are starting with this with the structural picture. Let's check. In the previous video, we discussed about the digestive glands. In this video, we will start with the process of digestion. As you know that in the previously we have already discussed about the various digestive system like digestive organs in our digestive system and the associated glands which help in the proper digestion. And we discussed every single digestive organ in detail. Now we will start with the process of digestion. So the process of the digestion or the digestive organs are chemically act upon the food that you consume. Actually, the food that we consume, it is a complex food. So from the complex food, it cannot be absorbed in a normal way. They have to broken down. They have to convert it into a smaller molecules and easily absorbable molecules, or from the carbohydrate, complex carbohydrate, they must produce the monosaccharides. From the fat, they have to produce the fatty acid glycerol, and from the protein, they have to produce the amino acids, and then only they can be absorbed in our body. So the process of converting complex molecule, complex food into the simple absorbable form is called the digestion. So our digestive system starts with our mouth. So here it is a flow chart by which we can we can understand that the process of digestion and what happens one after another in the digestive system. The first is in our mouth. So the first you can see that food enters here, then arrow on mouth cavity. There are two organs present in our mouth cavity. One is tongue, the second is teeth. In tongue, the food mixed with the saliva and helps in the swelling, and the teeth used to masticate the foods and to mix with the saliva. So in our mouth, the food is chewed by the teeth. While the food is being chewed, it is softened by the saliva secreted by the salivary glands. The salivary glands, we have three kind of the salivary gland: sublingual, parotid gland, and one more. Okay, so three kind of the salivary glands are present, and they are six in number: sublingual, submandibular, and parotid glands. And it can soften, the food can be softened by the saliva secreted by the salivary glands. The saliva contains an enzyme which called salivary amylase or thiolin, which acts on starch. Starch is the complex carbohydrate, and it breaks into the maltose. In most of the foods, the carbohydrate present at starch, in rice also. So the salivary amylase help to make the maltose from the complex starch. The softened, slightly digested food becomes a semi-solid ball called bolus, and then it only can be swallowed. After that, you can see the next arrow towards the pharynx. So pharynx is the part that connects the mouth cavity and the esophagus. So the food in the pharynx and the esophagus, after the swallowing, it is passing through those organs. The muscles of the pharynx push the food towards the stomach, but in this place there is no such of that digestive enzymes that can digest the food or makes it softened. So now digestion takes place in this pharynx and the esophagus. And the next part will be stomach. So in the stomach, the foods of the stomach will contract rhythmically. They are crushing and mixing the food with the gastric juice. The gastric juice kills the bacteria and helps in the digestions of the proteins. It actually contains two kind of enzymes like pepsin and renin. The pepsin changes the large protein molecules into smaller protein molecules called proteases and peptones. That means the reaction will be the pepsin acts on proteins and formations of proteoses and peptones happens. The second one I told you, that is renin. The renin changes the milk proteins, that is called casein, into the paracasein. Uh, Paracasein is actually an insoluble card. Okay, so the reaction will be the renin act on casein and forming the paracasein, and it is the insoluble card. So here you can see from the esophagus the downwards arrow is present toward the stomach, and in here written that produces the gastric juice that makes the food acidic. Protein digestion begins here. So the food moves out from the stomach after the complete digestion happens in the stomach. Actually, in the stomach, one more thing is present, that is called HCl, hydrochloric acid. The hydrochloric acid is present and secreted from here. It can also break down the carbohydrate kind of molecules. Okay, they also have some effects which can kill the microorganisms of our food. That is also very helpful to us. So the food moves out after the stomach function completed into the intestine in the form of a thick paste. So the whatever food came from this esophagus, it was just a bolus. After that, the digestive enzymes, gastric juice mixes with the food, and it makes soften, and it produce a thick paste that is called chyme. So after that chyme, the liver bile juice added to it, and the next function of the pancreas and pancreatic juice will be happened. That I will discuss in this next video. So in this video, I discussed till the part of the stomach. Okay. So the food coming till stomach. In the next video, I will discuss the rest part. Okay. Till then, thank you.